Titles are a wonderful thing. These days I go by Lord of Endless Indulgences, the Dark Prince, or the Prince of Forbidden Pleasures. I have been called Master and Father by many, and Enemy and Rival by many more. Especially that fat goat, Orcus, and that raving baboon, Demogorgon. I've been thinking rather a long time on how best to deal with them, and I believe you may hold secrets that would be most beneficial towards my cause, for the title I crave now above all others is that of the Demon Prince. But every good prince needs a queen. Who better than you, my dear Witch Queen Igwilv? I gesture with my long fingers, a hand and a sculpted idealistic figure, as if carved from solid ebony or obsidian dyed purple. My soft, glowing yellow eyes pierce into hers. I can sense her caution, her intrigue, and a kindred scheming nature trying to turn my words towards her advantage. I have no doubt, my dear, that we would be able to rule the Abyss, and perhaps even the Hells of Bator if we so choose. But neither of us will gain much if we do not work together. And past experience has taught us both well how much we enjoy the flavor of one another. I know. It takes more than a good time to convince you of anything, Igwilv. So how about I offer you something more? Knowledge. Information to the truest nature of the occult. Enough knowledge to write a book about. Why, just think how much more your power would grow with my knowledge of the lower planes and their denizens. You could elevate yourself to the heights you desire. You could stand with the White Lady of the Abyss herself in time. She smirks at me and taps the glass visage of my magical prison, wisely not speaking a word in response. Ah, yes, you did trap me here on this plane, a feat that marks you of even greater worth. I truly applaud it. But I am no stranger to torture, Lady Igwilv, and for all your powers you could only trap me, not bind me. Your will is not mine, at least not yet. But that doesn't mean we can't cooperate. And who better to give you what you want than the Demon Lord of Unknown Pleasures? Swear to free me, and I will give you everything you want and more. Her face remains in a stance of confidence, but the light behind her eyes betrays her curiosity, her lusts for power, winning the war over her caution. I keep my charming smile on my face, gesturing wide for her to sit and take notes. As a gesture of goodwill, I shall tell you of my origins first. I am a demon lord, and my home is within the Abyss, but it wasn't always so. My first title was General. I was an archdevil high-ranking within the unyielding pyramid scheme that is the Nine Hells. I was similar to many other devils, cunning, cruel, ambitious. My quick rise up the infernal ranks was marked by no shortage of enemies and allies. I dealt with them in many creative ways, always taking full advantage. I proved myself most within the Blood War, though. The eternal conflict of devils and demons, the clash of cosmic ideals, absolute law versus total chaos. Many are the legends that have arisen from that oldest of conflicts, as I'm sure you're aware, but my work soon began to stand apart from even those. Not once in the scorching fields of Avernus did I ever taste a defeat. For my tactical genius and martial expertise, I was given command of a great host, one of the largest armies that Hell has ever seen. By order of Asmodeus himself, this army was to invade the Abyss. A counteroffensive, a chance to seize territory within the demon's realm, and I was given the order to lead it. I was, at the time, an ever loyal servant to the King of the Hells, and began my assault. It was a very trying time. For centuries I led the campaign, striking deep into the heart of the Abyss. I was never satisfied with the progress that was made, so I kept pushing. Further and further into its fathomless depths. Over time, my forces began to dwindle, taken apart by the endless demonic hordes or corrupted by the abyss itself. I was the last member of the infernal host left, but I had done it. I had taken 3 whole layers of the abyss. I had conquered an entire world thrice over. My duty now was to return to Bator and report my success. But then I had an epiphany. The demons were wild and insane, yes, but they were free. The Hells have an endless number of rules and laws, binding those who call it home to rigid placement and movement. But in the Abyss, the only law that mattered was the law of strength. Power was everything, and you could achieve it by any means necessary. No masters lording over you with absolutely unquestionable authority. No deals, no contracts, no limits. So I became a turncoat. I rejected my devilish heritage and became Graz'zt, Demon Lord. A title far more fitting than General, wouldn't you agree? Now that I was free of Asmodeus's oversight, I could do as I pleased. Carving out territory in the Abyss was only the first step. The next was consolidating my newfound power. My grand intellect and charms worked wonders even on the demons and other fell things within the Abyss. I combined the best of both realms as I saw it. My realm is Azagrat, the layers of the Abyss that I conquered. I made them more hospitable to outsider life. A paradise within an inhospitable realm filled with commerce and opportunity for the cunning, the powerful, and the perverse. Forged by my own strength and dealings. A kingdom worthy of the future demon prince and his future queen, whomever that may be. Igwilv brushes her hair behind her ear and clears her throat, and I smile. Currently, only 2 demon lords can say they truly rival me in power. Demogorgon for his incredible strength and uncanny abilities. He is not the type of demon lord I would ever want to fight in an open field, and his insanity makes him impossible to converse with. I think it's the 2 heads, honestly. I'm sure I can get one of them to listen, but every time I've tried, the other just starts screaming at me. My other problem, and the far more prominent one, is Orcus. That horned tub of necrotic lard always surrounding himself with the undead. My minions cut them down only for him to bring them back and send in more and more. Ugh. Do you have any idea how annoying that is? There is also Malacanth, Queen of the Succubus, though she's probably mad I didn't fall for her. And why would I, when she can't hold a candle to the Witch Queen? It is brief, but I swear I could see a blush form on Igwilv's cheeks. I press my advantage. My spies in the material world told me of you, but they never mentioned how truly cunning you could be. You manipulate powerful wizards and rule entire nations, but I never imagined you could hold me captive. Once more I applaud you and bow to your abilities. Tasha. She halts her movement and looks at me with brief surprise. Yes, I know your names. All of them. A good general knows his enemies, and he also knows when to admit defeat. So I admit it here. You have bested me, Tasha. Though no spell could bind me to your will, it was your bewitching beauty, your ruthless cunning, and your attractive power. All have managed to tempt the tempter, so I shall be your most humble servant. For you have proven yourself my equal in the art of manipulations. I know I asked you to be my queen, but I should have asked to be your king. I shall grant you more knowledge of the lower planes, of the occult and magics and the fiendish beings that muddle creation. We can rule an empire in the mortal world and the abyssal realm of Azagrat together, but I cannot give you your power, this pleasure, until you release me from this mirror prison, at the very least. I hold her gaze, that lovely, lovely gaze. She hesitates, but a flash of arcane light and a mystic symbol frees me from my prison. As I step out of the mirror, I feel I can move again, though I still cannot leave the material plane of my own volition. Well, one step at a time, and I don't feel like leaving right now either. I take the Witch Queen into my arms, and I smile. Thank you for watching, everyone. Man, that Graz'zt is a spicy one, ain't he? When doing the research for this video, I was literally sweating, not because the content was spicy, but because I didn't want to get demonetized. Is this how Warhammer YouTubers feel? But if you enjoy this content and want to see more like it, then consider subscribing. You can also aid the channel by leaving a like or leaving a comment. Did you enjoy this portrayal of Demon Lord Graz'zt? Let me know in the comments below. If you can afford it and want to go the extra mile in supporting the channel, then check out my Patreon. There you get early ad-free access to all of my long-form content, the ability to vote on polls for future video topics, and exclusive homebrew content. Monthly monsters. Once a month, I release a special homebrewed monster complete with stats and abilities for you to use in your own game. Monsters like the Rockbiter Troll, a unique troll variant that has rock-hard skin, resistance to magic, and a penchant for devouring wizards and their magic items. Also, real quick, if we can get the channel to 10,000 subscribers before the year is out, I will release a special PDF containing 5 legendary dragons of my own design. Based on the original 5 chromatic dragons, these types have special character levels dedicated to them to give them more of an interesting personality. We are already so close to 10,000 subs, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I have put a lot of work into the channel and the PDFs, and I am so excited for you to see the end result. But yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!